But I don't want no tea. It gives me a headache.
Oh, what shall we have then?
Coffee.
Hey everyone. Well, a couple days ago I finished the clear flat coat on the sub. I used the Vallejo matte acrylic varnish. Worked out really well. It actually ended up brightening or lightening the colors. Surprised the heck out of me. I did test it on, I don't know if I showed this earlier, tested it on this side of the other part of the old con tower, and then the dull coat was on this side, the Model Master dull coat. The dull coat didn't really lighten up a little bit, but I did notice that it lightened up a little bit on the Vallejo matte. So I ended up doing that because it was a nice day out. I wanted to try it, and it did lighten it up a little bit. So I mean, that's kind of cool. It was, in one way, it shows more of the detail that I put on with the wash. So I really like that. So anyway, basically today what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry brush my blue-gray, a dark blue-gray on the thing. I also have my dark gray and the German black-brown and white. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to do the black-brown today, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the side of the boat and of the ship or the thing. I'm going to use my filbert brushes. I like to use, for dry brushing, I like to use my filberts. I have a 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. I'm going to start off with the 1. Filberts are nice because they're soft, they're sable, and these are sable ones, and they're nice because they're almost roughed up already, and dry brushing with them is very, very nice, very easy. I'm going to start in a small area, so I'm going to use a small brush. First thing I do for dry brushing, and I know you've probably all seen this before, dump a few drops. Yeah. Dump a few drops in here. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck is going on with that? I didn't shake it or something. A bunch of stuff came out. Oops. Hold on. That was weird. Got a bunch of juice. I didn't shake it. That was my fault. There we go. That's alright. I'll put a little bit in there. And I'm not going to have all the time in the world to show you everything, but I will show you the beginnings of it, or how to dry brush. Hold on. I need some, sorry folks. A bitty. Sorry folks. Let me stir this up. Dummy. Alright, here we go. Stir it up. Get it all. I'm not going to put any additives in this. I'm not going to put any thinners. I'm not going to put any retarder in here. Just straight flat paint. What do I do with my... It's not my day. I'm not prepared today. I don't know why. I am not prepared. Alright, there we go. Can't find anything. Ugh. There we go. Okay, now let me put on my magnifiers. Alright, basically we all know how, most of us know how to dry brush. So what we will do, I'm just going to take the original color. Even though this lightened up, I still want to do the original color back on it. Then I will lighten as I go. As I put more and more coats on, I will do less dry brushing and less intense, and I'll be lighter the color, show the rivets more and all that stuff. So basically take it, do it till almost all the paint's off, and then we're going to do, just hit it and just lightly run it over, just dry brush over the top. Don't get in all the cracks. You're not here to do all the cracks. You're here to just do all the highlighting. Gonna highlight everything on here. I should be going, I should do it. I should be going down at an angle. Now you may not see a difference, and that's what I'm doing. But I see a little bit of a difference. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. But I'm just going down strokes here, just highlighting the tops of everything, and also the panel. I'm trying not to get in all the cracks. I want them to stay dark, and just keep going. So I'm going to go downward stroke on this. I still have some hair on this thing. It's really beginning to make me mad. Try not to get into the other colors, and just keep going like this. Nice short little strokes, and I want to leave some of the detail and stuff like that. Matter of fact, I gotta get some of that stuff off. Got little hairs on here still. One thing, even after that, I still get little hairs and stuff, and it's starting to piss me off. Alright, but anyway, just basically same thing. Come down here, wipe it off till the paint's dry. You don't see a whole lot on there, and then just come back and hit it. I mean, just gently rub. I don't want to rub. Try and keep rubbing in a downward motion, just on the dark blue gray, and that will help it not only retain the stuff in the cracks, but also make the rivets pop, the edges pop. Man, I still got a lot of little hairs on this thing. I really got to work on that. But maybe I should vacuum it. Just keep doing this until you get to the consistency you want. And after I get this layer all through the whole ship, after I go through, pop the rivets out, make them look better, then I'll add a drop of white to my paint here, and then I will do it again, but even lighter. I won't hit the panels as much. I'll hit the rivets more, just so that it pops those colors right out. That's pretty much all I'm going to do now. Work on that for a little while. Make it look pretty and dirty. And that'll be it for today. Oh, I got to do the top. I want to do some on the panels here. On the up here with the rust color, I want to take some of the Vallejo rust and dry brush on top of that, because that's the part that I use the gouache on. The same thing here. I'm going to dry brush this where I gouached this. I'll dry brush this with the blue dark gray, and that'll help make the with the wash on there, the gouache I should say, that'll make them darker in the cracks and lighter on top, and that'll make it pop out even more. Alright, that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Decided to come back real quick. I wanted to show you what I've been doing. I lightened it up. The original, I lightened it up once more. Now I want to lighten it up again. The rivet detail and the panels are starting to pop out more every time I lighten it up. It's really working well. So a little bit more white in here. And the lighter it gets, the less I hit certain parts of the model. I want certain parts to be dark and other parts to be light. So now what I'm going to do is, because I put a little bit more weight in here, since I'm lightening it up, it's all a judgment call on how far you lighten it up. You can see darker, medium, lighter, how much you want to do. And I think that's pretty light there, lighter than before. So what I will do now is take it. Let me dry my hand real quick. And same thing as before. Let me move my lantern a little bit. I will take the paint here, dry brush it off here, and hit it like so that it's. I'm sorry, so you can see. Just keep doing it till it's dry. Then I will come back here and keep going. Yes, I'm going to hit the panels and the rivets, and I'm going to go downward motion. And I'm going to make it so that the paint is streaking down best I can. Now some spots I won't be able to do this, and I'll have to go like down here. I have to be real careful, go a little sideways. But it's lightening it. Every time I do it, it just gets a little bit lighter, but it's staying on the panels and the rivets. I want the dark crevices to stay the way they are. You want anything that's sitting up to, raised panels, or raised designs on the side. You want that to, pop out more. And that's what the whole thing about dry brushing is. Giving it that aged look, that weathered look, all that kind of fun. So now we'll do this on the dark gray also. I just wanted to show you everybody how this is working. Oh yeah, look at this. Rivets pop right out in the panel a little bit later. Take your time. There's no rush on this. If you want to make one area lighter, darker, whatever, one panel a little lighter, darker, that's fine too. It all depends on your taste. And with the good thing about this sub is that I'm able to, who's going to tell me I'm wrong? I mean, some jerk might at a contest, but that's fine. I can do whatever I want, and that's the cool part about this. Is that this is a boat that was very dirty sometimes, cleaner other times. You know, it's just a big difference on whatever each person wants to do. I chose to lightly weather it. There's other guys who will really, really darken weather it. The guys who do even less than I do or not at all, you know. I had decided that one time too. I was going to say, well, should I dirty this thing at all? I was thinking just making it like just a static model display, all clean and nice. But I said, no, you know what? I think it would look kind of cool, all dirtied up. So that's what I'm doing. Dirtying it up just a little bit. See, I have these big panels. I'm going to do mainly downward strokes on, but you can, I don't know if the camera can see or not, but you can see, I can see at least, the panels getting a little bit lighter, and the rivets a little bit lighter. This line, weld line right here, whatever it is, a little lighter. Hit this, the cable cutter just a little bit, and just every time you do it, a little bit more white, and it just gets a little bit more raised detail popped out of it. It really is a lot of fun. I love dry brushing. Dry brushing is, I'm a builder mainly. I like to build models. Painting is my secondary thing. But when I get the dry brush, I like the dry brush. It's kind of fun because you just see everything coming out and popping out. And it's like, yeah. And like I said, after I get finished with this, I have 3 different, I'm putting on the 3rd coat of dry brushing with this dark blue gray. Then I'll start on all the bottom. I will do all the dark gray. And then I'll hit the what do you call it, the panels here. Anything else I gouached, I'm going to also dry brush. The hatch here, I don't know if you can see it or not, this hatch, the white hatch here, I've got to hit that with some more white. I really darkened it too much. So I want to dry brush some very, very carefully. I want to dry brush some white on there. I want to barely touch it because that thing is so fragile it'll pop off in a heartbeat. Oh, I've hit the railings a little bit too, so yeah, I have to be same thing. They are so fragile. Barely touch them with paint when I dry brush. Okay, I just wanted to show you that. See y'all later.